Oh man, don't you love a hot dish that's easy and fast and is made in just one pan, so there's not a lot to wash? This is the recipe for you. We're going to make a tater tot casserole using some ground beef and cream of chicken soup today. It goes stovetop to oven in one fell swoop. It takes less than 30 minutes for the whole thing. Now you'll see here I've sped up some of this video because nobody wants to watch me brown ground beef and all of that. But here's a pound of ground beef I've put on to brown. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a little bit of salt, like half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. Kind of depends on how much salt your family likes. And then I'm going to add a can of cream of chicken soup, about half a cup of sour cream, and then this is going to depend on how yours is looking, but mine was looking a little too thick, so I added half a cup of water. But you could use milk, or you could use broth, or something like that to just to thin it down. That's all. And then 4 ounces of velveeta cheese, which you cut into small cubes. It doesn't, for some reason, velveeta doesn't melt like it used to, so you have to kind of cut it pretty small to get it to melt. And I'm adding a can of vegetables. In this case, I had a can of chopped potatoes, but you could use peas or carrots or green beans or spinach. You don't even have to add that in if you don't want to, but it's one way to add more to stretch your dollars a little bit, because a can of vegetables, depending on where you get them, are going to be less than $1. And ground beef is pretty expensive, so it's one way to stretch your ground beef a little bit. So you can see, there I go, trying to get that velveeta cheese to melt. Anyway, and adding vegetables to this is also a way to get your kids to eat vegetables, because if you hide them in the food, sometimes they don't even notice them. I'm going to say that you would not have noticed those potatoes. Not that potatoes are the best veggie, but, it's something. So, anyway, that's one way to hide some vegetables. And it's a way to have everything in one dish so that you don't have to dirty up a bunch of dishes cooking. You could put 2 cans of vegetables in there, a can of peas and a can of carrots. Just drain them off good before you put them in. And then what do you serve with this? You're going to want to serve maybe a salad, some crusty bread. I like to serve it in a bowl. Then you don't have to fix anything else with it, really. But anyway, then you pop it in the oven at 350. Let it get good and bubbly, about 20 minutes. Here's a pro tip. If you really want it to make it look fancy, you could line those tater tots up, and you could sprinkle some shredded cheese on top and a little bit of green onion, like in this casserole.
This is Wendy. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you'll join Sarah and I on our mother-daughter adventures in takeout. You can find Dorks with Sporks wherever you download podcasts, or at dorkswithsporks.com.